Direct instruction. What is direct instruction? It is where teachers use explicit teaching techniques to teach a specific skill to their students. This type of instruction is teacher-directed, where a teacher typically stands at the front of a room and presents information. In general usage, the term direct instruction refers to instructional approaches that are structured, sequenced, and led by teachers, and the presentation of academic content to students by teachers, such as in a lecture or demonstration. In other words, teacher are directing the instructional process or instruction is being directed at students. Direct instruction is viewed as one of the most successful teaching and learning methods at school. The method has widespread support of educators and has been adopted worldwide in public schools, although in some studies critics raise doubts about its effectiveness. Basic techniques of direct instruction: establishing learning objectives for lessons, activities, and projects, and then making sure that students have understood the goals. Purposely organizing and sequencing a series of lessons, projects, and assignments that move students towards stronger understanding and the achievement of specific academic goals. Reviewing instruction for an activity or modeling a process, such as a scientific experiment, so that students know what they are expected to do. Providing students with clear explanations and descriptions, and illustration of the knowledge and skills being taught. And lastly, asking questions to make sure that students have understood what has been taught. Features: scripted lesson plans. Such lesson plans relieve the teacher from time-consuming preparation tasks. These are explicitly tested examples and sequences made by professional instructional designers. Signal-based teachers. Teachers send frequently signals to learners to which they should respond. Skill-focused. Skills are taught in sequence until students have them automated. Appropriate pacing. Teacher-directed instruction followed by small collective or individual learning or repeating activities. Pacing of different teaching methods is rather fast, but children must have space to respond. Frequent testing and assessments with an appropriate corrective feedback or differential praise. Direct instruction is not just drill and practice. Learners can engage in more complex tasks during certain activities. Planning for direct instruction. First, set the stage for learning. It is often referred to as the anticipatory set. This step in the model gears students up for learning and piques interest. You should plan to connect to prior knowledge and prepare students' brains for the current lesson. Next, teach with specific intention and direction. This is the section in which you teach or directly instruct students. Tell students what they are learning, model and demonstrate, and check for understanding often. Third, guided practice. After teaching, it's time for students to give it a try. With you guiding them, students practice the lessons either in small groups, partners, or the whole group. Closure. Wrap up a closing statement that reiterates the objective and briefly introduces and links it to future learning. Use this time to also assess students either formatively or summatively. Next, independent practice. Finally, students will practice without your guidance, applying skills and showing what they know. 5 key philosophical principles of direct instruction. All children can be taught. All children can improve academically and in terms of self-image. All teachers can succeed if provided with adequate training and materials. Low performers and disadvantaged learners must be taught at a faster rate than typically occurs if they are to catch up to their higher performing peers. And lastly, all details of instruction must be controlled to minimize the chance of students misinterpreting the information being taught and to maximize the reinforcing effect of instruction. Adams and Engelman in 1996. They provided one of the first comprehensive and systematic reports on direct instruction. Their report focused on the implementation of their Project Follow-Through, a national project considered to be the largest experimental study conducted in a naturalistic setting involving 72,000 early childhood students over 10 years, from 1965 to 1975. The project aimed to examine the effectiveness of 9 major educational approaches, including direct instruction, on a myriad of key educational outcomes. The findings showed that direct instruction was the only program with consistently positive effects. HATI in 2009, specific implementation of direct instruction involves 7 carefully organized major steps. First, communicate learning goals and orient students to learn. Second, examine if students possess the knowledge and skills needed to understand the new lesson. Third, present key principles of the new lesson through clear instruction. Fourth, check student mastery and understanding by posing questions, providing examples, and correcting misconceptions. Fifth, provide opportunities for guided practice. Sixth, assess performance and provide feedback on the guided practice. Seventh, provide opportunities for independent practice through group or individual work in class or homework. Sample plan. Sample lesson plan.